So the idea is to be selective and focus really on the policies where scientific questions are of crucial importance for policy decisions. And these could be short-term issues, like we were under a crisis like Ebola, other issues that come and go with urgency. Then we have medium-term issues on preparing new policies for the future. And then we have long-term, actually, policy issues like food security, protein shortage, the future. How can we actually deal with the long term? And I actually would like to think that the scientific advice and policy in terms of actually a demand and supply mechanism. And the scientific advice mechanism would help on both these sides, the supply and the demand. But let's just start with the supply. As I mentioned earlier, there's no shortage of scientific advice and scientific evidence available to the Commission. The Commission has the tools. Across different parts of the Commission and the European regulatory bodies, there is a myriad of advisory bodies, expert groups and scientific committees. And that's good, and people should know about it, should know that we have all these tools. And of course, we're talking about the Union. Then you have the member states where they have their own scientific advisory systems and international bodies at all across the institutions in European national governments. So the issue is not really what we are actually, or that we are without scientific advice. In fact, we have a lot of scientific advice. The issue is when we come to make important policy decisions, how can we base those on scientific evidence? And for that, we need to gather all the in-house, and then we have to look at the outside world and look at independent advice.